What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Do me a favor, take a moment, hit that like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section, Twitter, Shutdown Safety is my username. You know, since I started doing the All-Pro Football and Madden commentaries, comparison videos, so many people have been overwhelmed by how great All-Pro Football, or NFL 2K5 for that matter, look and play. And obviously that's led to the natural thought process of somebody asking, why don't they make these games anymore? Why can't they bring this game back? Why is 2K not making football games? And well, to be honest with you, that's a long story. But the long and short of it is simply that they don't have the license. They expressed an interest in only making a licensed football game. And this post right here, which I remember reading April 15th of 2009, is the last we've heard of 2K Sports as far as a football game is concerned. And I'll just read it to you here, even though it's on the screen. The subject is no football title this year. Hey guys, I wanted to confirm that no football game is currently in production, which means that with the usual 14th month cycle, that means no game is targeted for this calendar year. I know it's not the best news, but I feel it's fair to let you know instead of having this fester continue to play APF because it's sweet, and one day I hope I can have better news about this subject. Ronnie. So, this post was a culmination of a lot of people wondering where All-Pro Football was and what the status of the game had been, and we hadn't heard a lot of information. So essentially this was, if nothing else, the obituary for what would have been All-Pro Football 2K9, the game that would never ever be released. Now, a lot of people want to know, what can I do? And listen, we've tried everything. I've called the NFL offices on my channel. We've had thousands of petitions. We've had thousands of complaints. We've had thousands of articles. Everything that you can do, realistically, has been done. But here's one thing that maybe hasn't been done. And I want you to think about this. 2K Sports is a business. They're in the business of profiting from what they do, like any good business would be. We understand that it wasn't profitable for them to maintain All-Pro Football 2K8. It's not realistic for them to go develop a whole new game, create an engine, fight for the license when they're making plenty of money in other business lines. But we also know, like any good business, they're keeping their eye on the pulse of the community. Like any good gaming company, they understand what competitors in the marketplace are doing. Don't think for a second that Madden is going unwatched by 2K. I can tell you right now, from people I know within 2K, they're aware of what Madden's doing. They're two competing companies on different levels and different gaming structures, but they know what's happening with Madden. So here's what you can do as a football gamer to show 2K you want a football game from them. Support the other options you have in the marketplace. It's really that simple. Because you can rest assured that if 2K Sports, a company that large, sees a company like Axis Football, or Canuck Play, or Immaculate Vision Gaming, or Cal Anderson, start to tread water in the overall scheme of video gaming, they're going to look at that and say, wait a second. If this little startup company, if this small little insignificant company to 2K Sports is out here and they're making waves in a pool, then maybe it's time for us to reevaluate and reassess our stance, because they know the power of 2K Sports label and what it means. We can sit here and we can be upset, and we can be angry, and we can be hurt, and we can create all these grandioso plans to re-engage 2K Sports with the sim community, but the only thing, in my opinion, that's really going to do that is 2K Sports seeing a reason to do it. My part of this is pretty simple. Anything 2K has to say, anything 2K wants to share, my channel's here for them. Anything you guys want to talk about or want to see discussed in a football game, my channel's here for you. So for those of you that ask, why do you cover these insignificant football games that I'll never play? Because I know that one day there's going to be a bigger company that takes note of what these smaller companies are doing and say, wait a second, it's time to pick back up this marketplace, because if this little company can do it with their $0 allocated to promotion and marketing, then God only knows what a company with $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 can do. That's when you decide to make the investment into a football game because you know the profit margin is there. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking it out, and you know, back in the week with more commentary.